So Dogecoin just hit an all-time high, and I was supposed to create this video, but as I was about to create the video, I got busy yesterday, and now today it looks like Doge literally just went down by 20%. But today in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you whether I feel Doge is going to skyrocket and hit that $1 mark that a lot of people are talking about, or is it going to crash? Now, that being said, guys, first of all, I want to mention I am not a crypto expert. I just happen to have done well with crypto, not because I know the coins well, but only because I went in at the right time. Okay, I'm going to begin with this. In fact, let me just step out of screen for a second and just utilize this thing right here as a prop. Now, the current state of crypto in the last couple of months is pretty much like this. If you take this thing here and if you put in all of the top 20 coins in the last 4 months, like anybody, a donkey could have just picked any 20, 50, top 50 coins in the last 4 months and just closing your eyes and said, hey, whatever it is that's the outcome, I'm going to be buying that coin. And whatever the outcome is, you would have made money. Okay, so that being said, I want to be very clear about this one thing. I have let up slightly less than 10% of my assets in crypto, but the crazy thing is that in the last 4 months, the returns that I got from crypto is more than any other asset class that I have, that I hold, and the only reason because of that is timing. So today in this video, I want to be able to walk you through my thoughts on Doge, and if I feel, and I'm always thinking about, you know, the cost benefit analysis, especially during a time like this when everybody is just euphoric and optimistic about Doge. I'm going to walk you through some of the things that people don't talk about. Let's begin with this. So right now, the market cap's about 42 billion, which means yesterday, if not for the drop of 20%, it was about, you know, close to 50 billion. Now, if you think about that, this just means that Dogecoin it made it to the top 5 coins yesterday, which also means that its valuation it's worth more than some of the biggest companies in the world. And to put things into perspective, check this out. Based on a $50 billion market cap, this is Starbucks. Okay, and Starbucks right now has got approximately 136 billion market cap. So the question you gotta think about is, does the value, when it really comes down to it, is it, you know, 1/3 of how much Starbucks is worth? This is Amex, okay, and I took a look at Amex market cap, and market cap for Amex is approximately 116 billion. So again, the question you gotta ask yourself is Dogecoin a coin that has pretty much no utility, that is inflationary in nature because you could print out and mint unlimited amount of these coins? Is that worth half of what American Express is worth? This is McDonald's. McDonald's right now is worth 173 billion. So same thing here, right? The question is Dogecoin worth a quarter of what McDonald's is when it really comes down to it? Okay. Now, again, I'm going to talk about both the logical as well as the emotional side of things because they both paint a very important role and picture to determine the price. But this is the first thing. Number one, when it comes to market cap, okay, again, guys, we're going to analyze the thought process, which is probably a thought process you should go through when it comes to thinking about the future of any coin. This thought process has served me well in recent months when it comes to deciding if I'm still early or late to the party. Okay, so first thing here when it comes to market cap, I think that, well, the answer is obvious, and based on this price point that puts Dogecoin at a, you know, 40-50 billion dollar market cap, I don't think it's worth anywhere near that amount. Okay, so advantage and disadvantage. So 1 point goes to not buying. Okay, so we'll talk about all different points to buying and not buying, and whether it's going to $1 or it's not going to $1. So this point goes to not being $1. Okay, now next thing. Okay, now this thing is huge. So one of the things that I would normally do when it comes to diversifying my crypto portfolio is that I would allocate about 30% to 50% on the top 20 coins, about 20% on the Bitcoin, Ether kind of thing, and maybe about 30-40% on the top 50 to 100 coins, and I will say about 5% on what the poo-poo coins. Okay, I don't want to use the S word because this is a very PG rated channel. Now, one factor about coins that can be easily manipulated or pumped and dumped on is the distribution of the wallets. And this is a huge factor for me, and this is a big problem that I have with Doge. And it's this. If you take a look at this wallet over here, okay, and this is from bitcoin.com, okay, so you'll see that this was published in February 16. Okay, now even though it's 2 months ago, which is literally eternity when it comes to the crypto world, but the principle, same principle applies. Okay, these wallets are still holding on to the coins, but here's the problem. Okay, this first wallet over here holds 28% of all coins, and you'll see that this amount has not moved. But because this was in February, and you'll see that the price today versus the price in February. Now, the price in February was approximately 4 cents. Okay, 4 to 5 cents. And when it's 5 cents today, it's like, 40 cents, 35 cents. Okay, so the problem with that is that it has 8x the amount, and so that just means that from 4 cents or 5 cents to 40 cents, 8 to 10x. That means that this person is potentially holding approximately 20 billion with a B, that's right, with a B, in their wallet, in his wallet. Now, that's not the thing that worries me. It also means that the top 12 wallets, you take over here, look at this, the top 12 wallets, they are holding on to 48%, about half of the entire supply of Doge. Now, what does this mean? It means that when you have 12 people holding on to 50% of the supply, the moment they decide to dump it, everybody else is going to get pooed on. Okay, it's going to be now, whether that happens or not. Now, you could be saying, well, Peng Joon, a lot of coins, even Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin, if you take a look at the distribution, is not anywhere like this. And you can see as well the Satoshi's wallet that has got 1 million coins. Other than that wallet, everything else is, I wouldn't say evenly distributed, but it's not distributed like this. So what does this mean? It means that a small minority holds the majority. And that, to me, is something that is extremely scary for me. I do not want the fate of my investment to be determined by 12 people. So for that reason, another point goes to Dogecoin not hitting $1. And so we're going to analyze this from a very, very rational perspective. Now, here's the thing, okay? So whenever I say things that is based on rationale, here's what people say. Well, Peng Joon, it's not all about logic, right? People, it's very emotional driven, and in fact, it's true. In fact, you're gonna see that there's a lot of reasons why prices, when they go up or down, it's not based on logic, but it's based on emotion. So we're gonna take a look at that as well. So one of the early Dogecoin creators, one of the mistakes that he made is in 2015, he sold all of his Doge and he bought a Honda Civic with his money. And he said that he couldn't even comprehend why this coin would take off, because it's inflationary, meaning you could mint an unlimited amount of Dogecoins. Now, unlike Bitcoin, where the supply is capped at 21 million, for Doge, you could right now, take a look at this. Okay, right now, you can see that at the current mining rate, 10,000 new Dogecoins are released in every block every minute, which means that there's about 14 million new coins in a day, or 5.2 billion in a year. Now, because of the way it was created and it's not deflationary, that is another problem for the future of Dogecoin. Okay, now, yes, it could pump this week, it could pump, but if you are looking for a long-term hold, this is another reason why Dogecoin might not have a bright future. Okay, and this is another reason. So if you take a look at this, like I mentioned, okay, this is the Wall Street cycle. Now, whenever I want to ground myself, it's easy to catch in on the hype and just be like, this is amazing, right? We got to understand that these pumps, they don't last forever. And sure, it could be on a, it could be on an uptrend, but we got to think about if this is, utilizing the psychology of Wall Street. Where do you think we're at right now, right? When it comes to Dogecoin, like, what is every crypto YouTuber saying? Like, everybody's pumped and optimistic, and this just 101 and signs that there's of an impending correction. So now I know when I say things like that, I'm gonna get hate comments from some of you. Now guess what, guys? I understand and respect the fact that Dogecoin has got its popularity today because it's not trying hard, because it's fun, because it's easy for anybody to come in on, and pretty much every TikToker is talking about Dogecoin and how Doge is going to the moon. At the same time, let's talk about the pros, right? So what are the advantages? Right now, because of the buzz that Dogecoin is getting, a lot of companies are getting on a bandwagon, like Slim Jim. And Slim Jim talked about how they are launching products where they're, it's around Doge, and they're accepting Doge as a payment method. And here's the thing, it's kind of like the GME stock, right? Because of the amount it has, gained over the last 1-2 weeks, it's getting press. And because it's getting press, more people talk about it. More people talk about it, more people buy. More people buy, the price goes up. The price goes up, it gets more press. And right now, what you're seeing over here is the same thing that's happening to GME, right? GameStop. It's this circular thing, but it's a game of musical chairs where the music is going to eventually end. And when it does eventually end, whether it's 3 months, a year, 3 years, then it's going to come back to the fundamentals, which is what utility and characteristic does the token have that enables it to carry value. And the question is it really worth $50 billion? So think about it. In order for this thing, so right now it's 40 cents, in order for it to hit $1, it means that it needs to be worth 2.5 times more. Coming back to my original example, it means that it would have a market cap of over 100 billion. So the question is, do you think Dogecoin, in order for it to go to $1, which means that it's about 2.5 times more, which means that its market cap would be over 100 billion, is Dogecoin worth Starbucks? Is Dogecoin worth how much Amex is worth? And if you think the answer is yes, then it could go to $1. But if the answer is no, and if you're being realistic when it comes to market cap, then when the musical chairs game ends and when music ends, then somebody is going to be caught standing, and there's going to be a lot of people that is going to lose money. So all of that, that's the cons, right? That's the realistic side of things. But we all know this, right? Price is also determined by hype, emotion, greed. That is going to play a much bigger part than logic. So what are the factors that could drive it to $1? I would say it's probably 2 words. 2 words, Elon Musk. That's it, right? Elon Musk, and sometimes it's one tweet that could send the whole market going up by 20%. It is Elon Musk saying, a picture of a Shiba that could spike it, to have it go up by 20% in a day. So those are the pros and cons. It's all of those reasons: market cap, wallet holders, utility, all of that versus Elon Musk. So that is basically the rationale behind this. So what do you think? Do you think Elon Musk single-handedly is going to beat all those other factors? Let me know in the comments below. For me personally, my verdict is that there are a lot more opportunities out there with less risk. Crypto is one of those things I want to mention again. There's a reason why it's less than 10% of my portfolio, because it could be literally something that you lose everything. When I mean everything, it could be like 90 to 99%, or it could go to the moon. So please invest responsibly, because this is one of those things that nobody really knows, right? It's all just speculation. And by the way, if you've enjoyed this video so far, be sure to smash the like button. It does help the algorithm and the channel out. And be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to stay updated for future videos just like this one.